E aí galera, Fidget aqui, e muito bem-vindos a mais um vídeo de Genshin Impact, episódio 7. Esse episódio vai ter muita missão mesmo, hein? Precisando avançar nas missões, tá tudo muito pra trás. Eu já estou aqui na estátua do Arconte, que eu vou doar os anemônculos que eu coletei. Eu não coletei tudo, faltou uns lugares que eu não tenho desbloqueado ainda. Tipo, nesse laguinho aqui, bem no laguinho aqui no meio. Tem uma missão pra fazer pra tirar o escudo de lá. E tem um anemônculo bem quase dentro do escudo. E aquele lugar também não desbloqueei. É a missão principal que tem que fazer ali pra entrar lá. Na última missão que eu tinha parado fazendo é da Lisa coletando o livro perdido lá que foi roubado. Aí vamos fazer as doações direto aqui que a estamina tá triste. Não, benção não. Sacrifiquei tudo mesmo. Aí tá aparecendo as coisas que eu ganhei. 30 gemas e várias outras coisas de experiência aí. Pro mundo os personagens tá bem fraco, mas pra missões acho que eles estão fortes. Inclusive tem umas coisas pra fazer aqui nos personagens. Constelação do personagem principal, tem esse vórtice, eu ganhei daqui em algum lugar, em alguma missão. Na palma do vórtice puxa os inimigos e objetos de raio de 5 metros. Tá ativado. Aí lá no Chong 1 também tem, porque eu tirei dois dele e ganhei um. Só que eu não tô usando ele, então deixa aí pra quando eu for usar mesmo. Baú sofisticado eu tô abrindo tudo. Mas eu vi que tipo, muda mesmo as recompensas dos baús. Não vi tão certo assim se muda ou não, mas vi mais ou menos. E parece que muda sim. Então o recomendado é abrir os baús na rank de aventura 40. Que aí o mundo já tá nível 5, 4. Daí tem chance de vir equipamentos de 5 estrelas nos baús. É muito pouco, tipo, muda quase nada, não muda nem 1%, mas é muito pouco. Mas vai ter uma chance, né? Muito pequena. É melhor do que não ter chance de não ter nada. Talvez seja um episódio longo que eu vou ter que dar umas avançadas nas missões. Provavelmente vai ter vários cortes nas missões também. Vai ter muito diálogo, vou cortar os diálogos mesmo. Tá bom, próxima parte. Bem aí a próxima parte com os bichinhos ali.
It's further than I thought.
Aí.
Oh, what sort of work is that, you ask?
It must be nearby.
Deve estar ao
Using
redor.
elemental sight, you can even detect. Follow the flow.
Vamos dar uma avançada nos diálogos. Usar a visão para encontrar. Tá, seguir a coisinha. É o super rochedo.
The thief lives inside ruins? Mondstadt people do have some strange quirks.
Please do not jump to such a preposterous conclusion about the living habits of Mondstadt's residents. This seems far more likely to be the work of some none too friendly troublemakers. It's like you can read my mind. This is more likely to be the Abyss Order's doing. They do seem to have a way of slipping in and out of places like ghosts, after all. Also, there's an elemental seal at the entrance. It looks like the result of an Abyss mage's magic.
A seal? How are we gonna break it? Is it...
Not to worry. If you think a little magic can keep me out, think again.
Why is that?
Isso lembrou que tem umas dungeons que eu tenho que fazer também.
Whoa. So this is what Lisa's like when she's hard at work.
Assim, dungeons. Aqui, ó. Daqui Templo do Lobo. É uma recompensa que, tipo, faz uma vez e acabou. E daqui já fiz e parece que não vai dar mais, nunca mais nada. E daqui é um templo normal. Daí daqui também parece que é recompensa que faz uma vez e acabou. E é muita coisa. Nível 41, parece que as missões tem uma boa upada nas missões principais também. O bicho tá forte nas missões. Mas acho que os personagens que, tipo, testar também vão estar muito fortes. Será que a Lisa vai estar pra testar aqui? Está.
It's so much bigger in here than Paimon thought.
Bem rápido.
How did you find this place? It's so well hidden.
I have no interest in finding out where you little rascals hide yourselves away, but I do want my book back. Tell me, how is it that you have the time to conceal your stronghold and apply a magic seal, but not to sign out a library book in the proper manner? You have no respect whatsoever for other people's work.
You just want the book? I was unaware that anyone in Mondstadt was concerned with unearthing the secret hidden inside this book. Who are you?
The librarian, although I believe that should be quite clear already. Return the book. This is an ultimatum.
Since you insist on concealing your identity, I have all the less reason to give you that book. After all, it contains the secret. Huh? What are you doing? Such concentrated elemental power!
E morreu.
Naughty boys who don't do what they're told need a little punishment to keep them in line. This is why I call it troublesome work. We'll just need to find the book ourselves. It should be around here somewhere.
It's the Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies. Paimon remembers that name. Is this the one you were looking for?
That's the one. It's a good thing it isn't damaged. Otherwise...
Otherwise what? Are you telling me you have even more crazy punishments up your sleeve?
I would have probably have needed to dish out a little taste of one of my potions in that case. Then again, as I said, it isn't from the restricted section, which is the only reason I would let the average citizen borrow it in the first place. And it doesn't appear to have any abnormal elemental properties, save for the markings I put on it.
Yeah, it seems like just an average storybook.
As far as my duties as a librarian go, my troublesome work is finished. Since this book has piqued your interest, why don't I let you borrow it? There's no time limit for you. I will register you as custodian rather than borrower. This is an exclusive privilege reserved for trusted citizens only.
Exclusive privilege? Why does Paimon feel this is just your sneaky way of offloading your troublesome work onto someone else?
Excuse me, are you in some way dissatisfied with my work? Good, you're amenable to reason then. I do wish I could keep you by my side as my personal assistant. My work here is done. I'm going back. Don't forget to register at the library when you have a spare moment.
Isso, a missão do livro completa. Eu nem sei se está completa porque eu não vi as recompensas subindo.
You've returned. The paperwork is done. You are now the custodian of this book.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. But Paimon thinks we're forgetting something. Look, over there on the shelf. Isn't that the Teyvat travel guide? And look how many copies there are.
The Teyvat Travel Guide is a serial publication. It is not part of the library's formal collection.
Oh.
Take one. Consider it your compensation for being Lisa's little helper today. With you by my side, my troublesome work was a little less dull than usual.
The Teyvat travel guide was just bait to get us to do a day's work.
I hadn't anticipated that a few routine returns inquiries would take us out of the city, let alone down into some underground ruins. As compensation for dragging you into all this bother, take these souvenirs.
Wow! Lisa went and bought us some special souvenirs!
In fact, they were intended for our next outing. But, never mind. We can discuss next time's activity when the time comes.
Agora sim tá completa. Um kit de aventura 34. 35 vai aumentar mais um nível do mundo e vou apanhar muito mais. Mas também nível 40 eu vou poder abrir todos os baús e fortalecer muito todos os equipamentos. A Paimon tá aqui esperando a outra missão.
There's something you didn't tell them. The dragon and the crystal weren't the only things we saw. So you do remember him, that green guy. He looked just like that guy down there.
Porque daqui eu acho que é a principal.
See? See? Wait. Hold on a minute. That's the same guy!
Perseguição suspeita. Tutorial de como usar a visão. Como se eu já não tivesse no rank 34 e ter usado muita visão. É isso que dá, tipo, só o pai não fazer missões.
What is to be sung transpired in days of yore, when the divine archons still walked the earth. A dragon cast his curious gaze on the world below, as he parted from the heavens that gave his birth. The dragon sought truth amongst common folk, but mortal trifles only fogged his mind. The wind-born bard strummed his strings dulce, and the holy lyre answered his questions kind. The dragon was but a child, full of wonder, and soared the heavens free from care. The bard's songs invited him to sing along, for he yearned to let all perceive him fair. Enchanting legends the bard and dragon were, but the tides of despair soon engulfed the land. The lion fang perished, and the falcon flag slept, as a vile dragon approached Mondstadt in lone stand. Over the cathedral loomed death and his friends. Of the people's agony, the bards soon sang. The soaring dragon heeded his grave calls, and amidst the windstorms a brutal war sprang. Blood of venom sent the sky dragon into slumber, only to awake to be expelled in abhor. Why do people in this age loathe me so? But the holy lyre replied no more. Wrath and woe, vigor and venom, poured from the dragon's bitter eyes. The dragon's curse sprawled in silence, but the lyre could no longer soothe his cries.
Wait, you guys are... Oh, that's right. You're the ones that scared Dvalin away.
Dvalin? Who's that? Huh? Oh, right! Most people seem to call him Storm Terror. Why do you call him that?
Oh, so close.
Hey, so... Paimon thinks this guy has a screw loose.
I'm Venti the Bard. 3-time winner of the most popular bard of Mondstadt, to be precise. So, what do you need from me?
Given you recognize us, Paimon doesn't believe we need to explain any further. Of course it's about Storm Terror!
Storm?
Hey! Cut it with the Amnesia Act! Alright, show it to him.
Oh, isn't this...
What? The crystal has been purified? When?
Dvalin, he... The anguish he feels has brought him to tears.
Tears?
He was once such a gentle child, now so full of rage and suffering. I also came across a teardrop crystal. Can you purify it? You really
do have some wonderful abilities. Someone like you is going to end up getting written into a bard's poem. Oh, a hero so bright, should she stand in the light. Though stand in the shade, and you'll be met by a blade. Alas, I've really not the time to compose a melody for you at this moment. Anyway, even if Dvalin is not taken down, his life will still wither away in the breeze. He'll burn himself out in the flames of anger. Thank you for that, and for purifying the teardrop crystal. But I have my own plans for what is to follow.
Oh? And what plan would that be?
Seeing this tear has brought to mind a friend so dear.
Friend?
One must be going.
Hey, where are you running off to?
To the symbol of Mondstadt's hero. Bye-bye.
Huh. What do you make of that? As far as he's concerned, you're a weirdo too, you know. Know what?
Ah, por enquanto tem 3 missões aqui. E as missões lendárias liberou também. Em algum nível de rank de aventura anterior aí. Já resgatei as 3 chaves. Por fazer 8 vezes as missões diárias, ganha uma chave. Tipo, você faz 4 um dia, depois faz 4 no outro, daí você ganha uma chave. Daí eu já completei as 3 ali e completei as 8 aqui. Não sei se dá pra resgatar e ficar resgatando mais de 3. Eu não quero perder 8 chaves ali e ficar só com 3. Mas eu não consigo fazer nenhuma dessas missões aqui porque precisa de outras missões sendo feitas. Inclusive eu tenho que liberar a Bárbara.
Oh? What are you doing here? Though I was just wondering if you would happen to follow me. You speak of the god of Animo, Barbados? He already disappeared from Mondstadt a long time ago. Liyue and Inazuma's respective gods of Geo and Electro are still present, but Mondstadt has seen many a moon since they last saw their own god. Why do you wish to know about the god of Animo?
Oh, it's because gods...
Just how is it that everyone sees Storm Terror? I'm quite curious. That said, there's no need to rush. I have not been back in a while. It seems there are a few who are unhappy with my arrival.
Open my eyes!
Tá, vacilou e ia pegar um arqueiro porque lutar com esse bicho no chão é triste.
Think it was going after that green guy? His
Aí ó,
relationship
fica
with the
voando,
wind
não
seems even
acerta.
deeper than yours.
Não deu tempo de pegar um arqueiro. Aí desceu, apanha muito.
Seems the dragon wasn't the only thing affected by this change in the wind. Now then, you were saying someone had told you about the dragon? Is that so? Quite the scholar, I must say that, Lisa. She's not wrong. The conflict has reached this point only because both sides have resorted to the use of force. His hate, however, did not arise from the people not making tribute to the Four Winds, nor was it born from his own nature, but instead came about as a product of his degradation.
Degradation?
The black blood flowing through his heart has been torturing him for years. That's what has allowed him to be led astray by the lies of the Abyss Mage. Correct. They are from the Abyss Order, an organization comprised of non-human beings. I don't know where they come from. All I know is that they hold deep hatred toward the human world. Many hilly trolls out in the wild take orders from them and act as their weapons. Before arriving here, I too was like Dvalin, cursed, but now, before us stands the symbol of Mondstadt's hero, the place from which Mondstadt rose. The wind amongst the branches is good. I love the way it smells. Being here with you beneath this great tree feels like when the tear was purified earlier. Like the poison is leaving my body. Feels much better.
So, how exactly did you get poisoned?
That would be because I tried to communicate with Dvalin earlier, but was interrupted. As a result, not only did I not manage to help Dvalin break his curse, yes, it was you. So to make up for it, you're coming with me to the cathedral.
The Mondstadt Cathedral? To do what exactly?
To claim a certain holy lyre de Himmel.
Pra não acontecer de novo, vou deixar a arqueira no lugar da Noelle. Caso apareça algum bicho voador.
So this holy lyre de Himmel is...
one of the most treasured items in Mondstadt. It's the lyre that Barbados used to play. With it, Perhaps I can help Dvalin draw his gentle nature back out of this nightmare he's...
Will it really stop Storm Terror from causing more damage?
Of course! I'm the best bard in the world. There's not a single song I do not know, no matter if it's from the past, present, or future. Look me in the eyes. Do you not find me trustworthy?
So how can we get the Holy Lyre?
It's said that it's enshrined deep within the cathedral, somewhere safe. I'll go take a look around. You can come if you want.
Realmente, isso daqui vai ser um episódio chato para aqueles que não gostam de ver história, missão. Vai ter mais ou menos 1 hora aí de missão, talvez ou menos. Também fazer um vídeo muito longo não vai dar muito não, porque não tem muito espaço para ficar guardando vídeo longo.
Hello there, sister.
May the Animo God bless you, young bard. How can I help you?
Actually, I know a secret that can save Mondstadt from its current predicament.
Oh, what a blessing from the god of Animo! But you should report that to the Knights of Favonius. Why have you come to me?
Because you, dear sister, are able to help. I'd like to borrow the Holy Lyre. With it, I'll be able to help Storm Terror.
Please see yourselves out.
What?
It's a vicious dragon indeed, but once the acting Grand Master makes up her mind, nothing can stand in the Knight's way.
That's simply not acceptable. Wouldn't Storm Terror end up getting killed that way?
That foolish beast betrayed the winds. Not even the god of Animo themselves would forgive it.
Please, I beg of you.
I'm afraid not, little bard. Strange. Somehow I feel so bad rejecting this sweet child.
Then, I guess I'm left with no... I cannot hide anymore. My disciples, rejoice! Behold, the god of Animo. Shocked, aren't you? Don't you just want to cry out and rejoice? How does it feel to finally meet the god you've been serving?
If there's nothing else, I'll be going back to handle the cathedral's paperwork now.
Wait! But I have at least learned what I want. She didn't. Now, maybe you can give it a shot.
Barbados bless you. Ah, so what brings you here? Is that so? Not that I don't trust. He's full of There are regulations, signed document. So, may I see the document from the Knights of Favonius?
Paimon comeu pelo caminho.
A signed document is... Now, if you'll excuse...
It didn't work.
Ela também.
I just wanted to know. You see, up to the store.
So what are you trying...
No, that's not it. More of a comment. Very well. Today we stand for free will. Come now, speak up. But serious, aside from singing, I don't really have any other talent. Besides,
how can it be a...
The things are... Should you get caught? The guards here. If we manage to...
Stop mentioning...
What do you say? Yes. Seems that your point being... Why does your...
Paimon will fill you in on her background.
Huh?
Tutorial de relógio. Daí aqui é uma missão stealth. Dá pra tirar pedra, rolar e levantar. Nossa, tem baú aqui dentro. Tem baú ali também. Não quero saber se ficou baú pra trás. Não tá dando só experiência. Pouquinha experiência mesmo.
She disappeared.
Freeze! What are you doing here?
No, run! Oh no! We're busted! Run!
What? Follow me.
Corrida.
Master D-Luke, this is this week's accounts.
The disaster has greatly affected business.
Well, let's hope it all ends soon.
Hi! We'd like a seat at your, least conspicuous table.
The second floor has fewer customers. But aren't you a bard? Why not sit front and center?
Let's save the paid performance for next time.
Hey, keep an eye on them. There's something strange about that bard.
Ask who exactly?
The protectors of Mondstadt.
Master Diluc, have you seen two thieves around?
What happened? Why have you mobilized so many guards?
Haven't you heard, Master Diluc? Two thieves are trying to steal the Holy Lyre.
Huh? How odd.
Isn't it? The Holy Lyre is a treasure that was played by the god of animal themselves. Such a precious piece of cultural heritage.
Why would one want to steal something they can't sell off? Would pay better to steal from my sellers.
Huh?
Sorry, off topic. Believe they headed that way.
Understood. Thank you, Master Diluc.
Today I think I'll have a glass of...
You can put down that bottle you stole from behind the counter.
something cold.
Right. I want answers.
Let me finish my drink first. I'll pay you. Well, with a performance.
It's not about money. You seem too young to be drinking.
No need to worry. When I started drinking, you were still... He is Master Diluc, the boss of... the owner of this. He's very famous. By the way, his dandelion wine is one of my favorites, although most of the time I can only afford a bottle or two.
I just heard about some thieves from the guards. For the record, I like your guts for trying to steal the Holy Lyre de Hamel, even if you are fools. But we don't often get to see people like you.
It wasn't us that stole it. The real thief is still out there.
This is the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius. Why would someone so aspiring steal Mondstadt's sacred treasure?
Hotshot? Oh, so it's you. So, you and the Bard are close friends? Well, despite only being a passing traveler, you still offered your help to Mondstadt in its time of need. A shame you joined the Knights. The Knights of Favonius. Inefficient right from beginning to end. And towards the Fatui, weak and conservative. Forget it. I don't feel like talking about it.
Seems you don't really like the Knights of Favonius.
Just differences in approach is all. I have my own hopes for this city. Now, answers. Why did you steal the Holy Lyre?
You sure you want to know? It could implicate you in the affairs of the Knights of Favonius.
That's fine. I somehow always end up implicated in their affair.
If I tell you the story with a performance, will you believe me?
It depends. I'll make my own judgment.
Then will I get paid?
Your reward will range from anywhere between 5 mora and the Holy Lyre. It all depends on your story.
Very well. Let me put on a show.
What did I just witness? This is confidential information. Why did you let me know?
Why? Perhaps the winds are changing. What say you, Master Diluc?
Interesting. Give me some time. I'll organize some contacts. Outlander, as one of the Knights, it seems you're not a suspect. Blonde is the only description on the wanted poster. You should be safe. As for the Bard, however, it'd be better if you stayed in the tavern.
No problem. I like taverns.
Okay. Let's meet here tonight after the tavern closes.
Tem uma missão aqui.
Wait, you're...
Well, first of all, I contacted more than one person. Secondly, she came here as Jean herself, not as the acting Grandmaster. A Jean you would never see, even as an honorary knight.
What a surprise. I heard about the Holy Lyre, but I never suspected it was you. So, the sound of the Holy Lyre can purify Storm Terror and return it to normal? Is that true?
That's right. Your honorary knight is putting themselves on the front line to try and resolve this Storm Terror issue. Now that's the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius I'm talking about.
Feels like we're breaking the law, though.
I understand this kind of absurd explanation is hard to believe. But we can ask the Bard to play the song again to try and persuade...
I believe you.
To persuade our stubborn command... Wait.
I can't think of any reason for Dvalin's betrayal, given it was once one of the Four Winds. However, if it was poisoned in the battle over Mondstadt all those years ago, and then corrupted by the Abyss Mage after it woke up, we can't really blame it. But as acting Grandmaster, I obviously cannot make such a statement publicly. Diplomatic pressure from the Fatui makes it hard for us to seek a peaceful resolution to the Storm Terror issue. People would think I've lost grip on the gravity of the situation.
That's one of the reasons I don't like the Knights of Favonius. What surprises me is that you would believe in Outlanders so easily.
My cautious and meticulous superior, even you trust him. Don't...
I already told you not to call me sir.
Wow, this is really awkward.
I have a rough idea of where the Holy Lyre de Himmel is.
Nice recovery. She's really talented at changing the subject.
The conflict between Mondstadt and Snezhnaya stems from the conflict between the Seven Nations and their respective gods. The cryo-gods Fatui seem to be after the Animo god's power. Right. If the Knights of Favonius publicly prevented an attempt on Dvalin's head, then the only other way to affect the Animo god's power is to take the Holy Lyre.
The number of Fatui that have come to Mondstadt is far from limited. I've already managed to...
Diluc has determined that the Holy Lyre is not being held in the Goth Grand Hotel. I imagine they don't want to leave something stolen in a place where it could be so easily found.
Paimon gets it. If too much of a scene gets made, then it be...
Such is the diplomacy between the Seven Nations. Outlander, ready to go?
Mais um tempo e estamos aqui pra jogar com o Diluc. Eu já testei ele há muito tempo atrás. Eu não tinha ele, mas também eu fiz essa missão, né? Ele é muito forte. Enquanto isso eu estou falecendo aqui nas armadilhas.
He says the key isn't here. Shall we try another room?
Signora's not going to tolerate this kind of interference in our affairs. So I'll be the one to take care of you. Save her the trouble of having to deal with you herself.
Whirling snow!
No escape! Verdict is...
Finally, the lyre is back in safe hands. Where did that guy go, though? He was here a second ago.
Signora is going to end you. The songs bards sing of your demise will be so terrifying. The people of Mon...
Big talk for a guy who still ran off in the end.
Welcome back. This is the Holy Lyre. You managed to retrieve it. The pattern of flowing wind carved on the rosewood, and the strings still feel cool to the touch, too.
What do you think, Venti? Can you summon Dvalin?
Although this lyre is the real thing, I doubt that it's going to work. As you can see, the lyre has been through 1,000 years of history. Its animal power. In this condition, you couldn't play music fit for even Diluc's tavern with it.
Bards fight to get on the stage of my tavern. Don't make assumptions.
Is that really important right now, Master Diluc? And you! Did you just borrow the Holy Lyre to play music for drunkards to hear? What do you mean?
Anyway, we won't be able to call Dvalin with it. The lyre itself is fine, but the strings... You're up, Outlander. Relax, it's not broken. It's just that the intensity of its animal power has greatly diminished. Do you still have Dvalin's teardrop crystal with you? Great! Try to use it on the Holy Lyre. It worked as expected.
This youthful glow.
Praising yourself? Really?
I was talking about the Holy Lyre.
Thanks to our traveler friend having purified the crystal, the Holy Lyre won't continue to lose power. That said, its power is far from replenished.
How can we gather more?
I can surmise that Dvalin will already be crying, suffering alone in some deserted place.
Dvalin.
Poor baby.
This is not something that an honorary knight can accomplish alone. I will mobilize the rest of the knights to assist. When you get the teardrop crystal, please let our honorary knight perform the purification process.
Heroes supporting each other and setting out on a journey together. How exciting! Let me come up with a song for you.
Is that all you're going to do? Just sing?
Wouldn't be much of a bard if I didn't, now would I?
You're so cheeky. You deserve an ugly nickname. Oh, Paimon knows. From now on, you'll be known as Tone Deaf Bard.
Já que tô aqui, vou ver se tem bebida. Tem. Pra comprar. Dá pra comprar 2 por dia e eu já comprei 44 com essas daqui. Então 2 por dia, você calcula aí 44 foi vários dias. O vídeo já tá bem longo porque eu deixei as cenas rolando, não falei nada nas cenas pra não atrapalhar o diálogo. Mas ficou bem longo. O bom é que não vai ser tão difícil editar, porque não dá pra cortar muito esse diálogo. O ruim é que vai ser demorado pra editar. Não vai ser difícil, mas vai ser demorado, só isso. Bom, mas é isso, muito obrigado a todo mundo que assistiu até agora. Esse vídeo vai ficando por aqui. Espero que tenham gostado. Caso tenham gostado, não esqueça de deixar um like, comentar, se inscrever caso não for inscrito, ativar o sininho e acessar a playlist aí na descrição para quem quiser ver todos os episódios de Genshin Impact. E é isso, se cuidem, fiquem muito bem e até a próxima. Fui.